All right. Hello. Thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. I'm Kate, your plastic-free mermaid, and I'm here in Germany with Meike Rijksen.
Yes, that's right. Difficult Dutch name.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Meike is the plastics campaigner for Greenpeace Netherlands. Thank you so much for speaking to us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So Meike is part of the brains behind the whole plastic monster rave and protests and plastival. So it's so awesome to be able to chat with you and get your perspective on how all of this came about. I mean, these events have been just absolutely incredible. I've been so
Thank
impressed.
you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well done.
Thank
Just, like,
you.
so much
Thank
credit.
you. Yeah, they were really awesome. We're very happy with how everything went.
I
Yeah.
mean, the Plastival was a day without plastic, so it was music and workshops and
Plastic-free markets.
plastic-free
and-
market
Yeah.
and food trucks. I mean, it was just incredible. No plastic in sight.
Yeah, and really thousands of people and such a good vibe, you know?
Such a good
Just
vibe.
know that everyone wants this, you know? This world without single-use plastics.
And it
yeah, it's really
works.
heartwarming that
Yeah.
so many people came and supported the campaign.
Yeah, it was super busy. And then also the week before doing the plastic rave or the plastic monster rave where we danced our way over to Unilever headquarters to bring the plastic monster back, which
Yeah.
is just out the window there. I don't know if you can see the plastic monster.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It seems seasick a bit.
Yeah,
now
it's
the
a little bit
monster.
seasick.
Yeah. River
So,
sick. Yeah.
how did you guys come up with this idea?
Yeah. Well, actually, we heard about the international campaign doing this ship tour around plastics, and then
Okay.
we thought like, oh, this is really cool, and we would like to be a part of it, also in Europe, and what we then actually do is that we lock ourselves with our whole team. We lock ourselves in a room for about a week.
Wow.
And we just brainstorm and go out the door also and talk to people like, what do you think of this campaign and what should we do as Greenpeace? And then yeah, we come up actually with a few concepts, and one of those was the plastic monster frame around it, like plastic is a monster.
Yes.
And we just noticed that as soon as we came up with that idea, that there was so much creativity in the whole team. You know, there were so many ideas of what we can do with this, and it's immediately so clear for people also because plastic really is a monster.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's how we came up with the monster idea.
Cool. And then how did it come to become a rave or like a dance party to Unilever headquarters?
Yeah, so we talked about that a lot because then we had the plastic monster idea, and then you want to have specific events. And what really is really special about this plastics campaign is that it speaks to people all across the communities or all different age groups and all different kinds of people. Nobody wants this, and it's different than the climate change campaign, for example, you know, where you have more specific public, and this is just for everyone more, and also really for younger people, and that's why we wanted to come up with something that is serious but also really fun, also to attract that younger public towards our campaigns, and just we can do serious stuff but with a fun twist. Yeah.
That's so up my alley. I really can relate with that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had success by being kind of a magical mermaid and making it a little bit fun and reminding people of the magic of the
exactly.
ocean, and so to have a rave, like a dance party with Gregor Salto, this amazing DJ, playing from the water with like lights, and the Beluga Greenpeace ship was had like these tentacles, these big huge tentacles glowing, so it was like this monster in the river. It was just
It's
so
amazing,
cool.
huh? That stage underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really, it's of course also what you're doing, you know, and that's why people also follow you and why they can connect with you, because you have a serious message, but also you keep it light and fun. And, and we wanted to do, the same thing actually.
And I think, you know, the plastic monster as well, having kind of this sort of like an actual physical thing to see and to see it moving. I mean, I think Sam said that you guys had like puppet designers make it, or?
Yeah, it's made by an artist collective actually, and they are called the Monster Verbond. Yeah, Verbond is a Dutch word, but it's like the Monster
So
Collective.
they specialize
which
in
is-
monsters?
No, but
Oh.
it was just a funny
Perfect.
coincidence that they were named like that, or that they are named like that. But yeah, normally they make theater puppets.
Okay, wow.
So we asked them to make this so the monster can actually just move and just it's really really great. Yeah,
so
they did a very good job, and especially during the rave when it was also with all the lights.
Yeah, big glowing eyes, and the mouth opens, and there's teeth like bottles as the teeth. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And so, what does it take to put on an event like that? Like, how much planning? How many people? How many emails? How many meetings?
Oh yeah, a lot actually.
I got really big when I said emails.
Yeah, it was a lot of planning actually.
Yeah.
I think we decided last July that we were going to do this, and
Okay.
then in I think beginning of October we had that week
Right.
in a room, where we were all together and came up with that idea. And it's now end of March. So it took us over half a year to actually plan everything,
Wow.
and a lot of energy and a lot of time and also some stress, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bit. Okay.
Yeah. We worked with a team, I think around 12 people in the Greenpeace Netherlands office, and
Yeah.
then we had a couple of really great volunteers who helped us a lot. And a lot of our work is really also depending on people actually joining us and giving their time and their brains also to
Yeah.
organize stuff with us. So I think in the end we worked with a team of 20, including the volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah. So
For just the rave or the Plastival as well?
yeah, for the rave and the festival, and of course we have a lot of other stuff happening. I mean, now we're for 2.5 weeks actually on the Rhine, and there's all stuff happening in between. We're going to Cologne next, and we have also events there. And we're making the podcast, which you were also in, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So a lot of stuff actually around it as well. Not only
Yeah.
the events, but the whole campaign.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible work. I mean, just so inspiring to see, to be able to, like, I feel so fortunate to be kind of behind the scenes and seeing how you guys all work together and support each other and your friends and hang out, and just like there's this really beautiful culture of collaboration within your team.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, and I really love that about Greenpeace, that it's sort of like this family that you come into, and everybody just takes so much good care of each other, and that's really important because you fight together for a better world.
Right.
And then it's really important and it's sometimes really stressful and hard, and you get confronted with all negative things happening in the world.
Yeah.
So you need to stand strong together with the people you are working with.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And so at the Plastic Rave, you confronted was it head of marketing for Unilever?
Yeah.
And you were so passionate, and it was so exciting. I was like, yeah, go, Meike, you tell him. But I had no idea what you were saying. What did you say?
Well, I was actually, I was offering him the monster,
Right.
and he accepted that, which was great. And I was just telling him that I was standing there for 3 million people around the world who signed our petition for a world without single-use plastics. And I just confronted him with, because just a week before we went there, they published all articles in newspapers about what they were doing to slay the plastic monster. But it's all like this really small stuff that they're doing, like they have these ice cream popsicles now without a plastic, right? Or they coming up with wooden toothbrushes. But that's just in the Netherlands, and that's only like, if you look at how big this problem is,
Right.
and we all know that it's not enough to solve this global crisis, while they're still producing like millions and millions of those little non-recyclable sachets, like these ones.
For example.
They produce this all over Asia, and it's just not enough, and that's what I was telling him, and then I was asking him what he's going to do now, and then he just came up with this story about how they're actually making their products more recyclable. But that means nothing.
That means nothing.
No.
I mean, all of this stuff has little recycling symbols printed on them, but that doesn't mean that it actually gets recycled.
No, it doesn't. And lots of these aren't even recyclable, but even if they are, then it still ends up in our environment, and it still pollutes, and it's not getting recycled. And if we continue like this, the plastic monster, which is a symbol for all that plastic pollution, is going to be 4 times bigger in 2050, and we just cannot recycle our way out of it. We really need to reduce the amount of single-use plastic, and that's exactly what we're asking from them, to reduce it, but they have no commitments on that yet.
Right.
Yeah, and they're not going to. Yeah, at least they didn't say they were going to do that, so that we hope we can still convince them.
Yeah.
And that's why we keep fighting for it and continuing with this campaign.
Great.
Yeah, and he actually said that they were going to catch our monster and recycle it and make it into Greenpeace banners.
Wow. And what did you say to that?
Well, that we have banners that are not made out of plastic.
One step ahead of you, mate.
But yeah, it's just, I think they knew, of course, that we were coming for
Yeah.
a couple of weeks, so they tried to prepare and come up with something, but it was not enough.
No.
They're not
Bad
doing
try.
enough. No, and it's a shame because it's such a big company and they can really make a change.
They've got the resources, they've got
Yeah.
the labs,
Yeah, they
the
can just-
research teams.
They can change this whole polluting environment that they are creating.
If they have the energy and the resources to create different products for different markets, like bottles for the States or Australia or the global north, and then like little sachets for the same product, totally different package for Southeast Asia or different countries, I mean, then they have the resources to really redesign that whole system.
The whole system. Yeah, they can
But
make
will
such
they?
a big change. I hope so, and I think they have to, because we simply cannot continue like this.
Yeah.
So they rather do it now. They better do it now and be at the front of it
Yeah.
than running behind. Because we're going in that direction. I really believe that we have to.
Are.
Yeah. Right.
Awesome. Well, awesome work, Meike. Very impressed. Where can people find out more, or get involved, or where would you like to direct people who are curious to learn more?
Yeah, if they want to know more about the campaign, they just can go to greenpeace.org, and depending on the country that you're in, you will be redirected to the office in your country. You can find all the information on the plastics campaign and what you can do also from home, of course. Sign our petition, but also get some tips on how to live a little bit without single-use plastics. And what you can do to also ask these companies to make a change, because that's what we really need.
That's
we need to
right.
stop this pollution at the source.
And definitely Greenpeace USA people, follow the links to find those petitions, and host a plastic-free festival. It was so much fun.
Yeah. So many people got inspired, and yeah, it's a great way to connect with people.
Yay! Thanks,
Yeah,
Meike.
thank you.
So great to chat with you. So good to meet you and be here with you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so thank you so much for joining us. It's really great.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys, and we.